Hey, you're Michael, right? Rihanna's husband? I hope I got the right number. It's gonna be real awkward if this isn't you. Yes, this is Michael. Who is this? Oh, so it is you! Awesome! My name's Sean. I figured it's time we spoke. Okay. What did you want to speak about? Am I correct this has something to do with my wife? Oh yeah, dude. It has everything to do with her. I've been seeing her. And by seeing her, I mean seeing her naked. Does that explain it for you? Or do I need to keep going? Because I can if you really want. No, that's fine. You've made your point. How long has this been going on? A few months, actually. Look, I know this isn't the ideal way to find out, but I figured you deserve the truth. Hey, we're both guys, right? Yeah, we're both guys. So you're giving me a courtesy heads up that you're having an affair with my wife? Exactly. I'm not trying to start drama. I just think you should know. You're a doctor, right? Busy, successful, probably not around much. I think she felt, neglected. And every time she felt neglected, she came to me, which has happened a lot, by the way. And now you're stepping forward to what? Apologize? Apologize? Me? Why would I, dude? She's happier with me. That's just the truth. Nah, this is just to make the transition smoother for you. You seem like a guy who keeps it professional. So I'm hoping we can handle this like adults. Is that what this is? An adult conversation? Well, yeah, we're both adults, aren't we? Anyway, I know there's probably a divorce coming. Totally get it. All I ask is that when the money stuff comes up, alimony, the house, whatever, just be reasonable. She's not the enemy here. She just fell for someone else. So you expect me to provide for her? Well, yeah, you've got the career, right? That means you have a lot of money and stability. Meanwhile, she's starting over. That's hard to do, you dig? And come on, the courts usually side with the woman anyway, am I right? That's how the system works. When a couple breaks up, the guy forks over half his stuff to the woman. That's an interesting interpretation of divorce law. I'm just saying, as the man who's going to be looking out for her best interest from now on, I want to make one thing clear. I'm not going to let her settle for anything less than as much as she deserves. You're awfully invested for someone who just admitted to sleeping with my wife. Look, I didn't come here to fight, and I know that you're a big fancy doctor and all of that, and you know a lot of stuff. But again, I'm just trying to avoid surprises down the line. That's reasonable, right? Sure. I'm actually in complete agreement with you. Let's agree to keep things civil. I'll see to it that Rihanna gets exactly what she deserves. Hey, I really appreciate that, man. Let me know how the numbers shake out. I might have to turn down an offer if it's not enough, but you get that, right? Oh yeah, I totally get it. We'll be in touch. Rihanna, we need to talk. This isn't something that can wait.
Seriously? Right now? I'm out with my friends. It's karaoke night. I'm super buzzed, and I am literally about to go up and sing. Can this not wait until tomorrow?
Sean messaged me. He introduced himself and said he's been having an affair with you.
Oh, so he actually went through with it. I told him not to say anything yet. I wanted to enjoy the thrill of going behind your back a little longer. He's so impulsive sometimes.
So you're not denying it?
No, I'm not. Why would I bother? I figured you already suspected something. It's not like I was trying that hard to hide it.
You weren't.
Well, there you go. I mean, what did you expect? You've been practically invisible for months. I was just the person who lived in your house. I did your laundry, I washed the dishes, that's about it. You didn't even look at me anymore.
That doesn't give you the right to step outside the marriage.
Oh my god, Michael, spare me. You're not exactly husband of the year. Maybe if you'd put half the effort into me the way you do your career, this wouldn't have happened. The way you do your career, this wouldn't have happened.
You could have said something. If you were feeling lonely, then we could have talked about things. But instead, you chose to betray me.
Right, because talking to you would have gone so well. I know how that conversation goes. You'd nod, say, "We'll talk later," then vanish right into your next 14-hour shift. At least Sean listens. At least he makes me feel like I exist.
So this was all about attention?
It was about someone actually seeing me. Actually, you know what? No, screw this. I'm not doing this right now. You want to yell, lecture? Fine, just not tonight. I'm not ruining my mood over this.
I'm not yelling. I'm not even surprised. But I am documenting this. I want to be crystal clear about what you've just admitted.
Oh, get over yourself. What, are you already drafting divorce papers? That was fast. I guess this is just a business transaction to you now.
And you're the one who turned it into a transaction.
Fine, then let's talk numbers. I assume I'll hear from your lawyer soon. But let's be clear, I am not walking away from this empty-handed. I spent years married to you, supporting your schedule, putting my career on hold. I'm entitled to something. And don't think I'll let you nickel and dime me just because you're pissed.
You're entitled to whatever the law provides, nothing more.
Don't play the cold robot routine with me. You're not the only one with rights here. I gave you my best years. I kept everything running so you could succeed. The least you can do is take care of me.
Once again, Rihanna, I assure you, you will be taken care of.
Wow, that's all I get from you? After everything?
After everything, that's more than you deserve.
Unbelievable. You know what? I'm heading to Sean's place after karaoke. Let me know when your lawyer is ready to talk. And don't lowball me. It's insulting. You know I'm not stupid.
You keep saying that, but I'm starting to have my doubts. Hey man, quick question for you. I just saw something Rihanna got from your lawyer. Some kind of agreement? Or I don't know, something like a breakdown of payments? All I saw was that the bottom of the page says $15,000, and it looked like something you two had both already signed. I assume you're referring to the damages claim that was served to her? Damages? I don't know. I don't think that's what it was. It looked to me like a divorce settlement or support estimate or something. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. 15 grand seems a little low though, don't you think? I mean, she's your wife. She deserves more than that after everything. No, the amount on that form you saw was precisely what she deserves, especially after everything. Dude, come on, are you really gonna do this? I thought we had an understanding. We had our little man-to-man chat the other day, right? Yeah, the man-to-man chat when you stormed into my texts and announced you were banging my wife. Yeah, that chat! And I told you I wasn't gonna let you lowball her, didn't I? And then you go and pull something like this. I'm disappointed, dude. Super disappointed. I thought we were beyond this. Well, you're gonna have to go have a talk with your lawyer because this thing is going straight in the trash. You're gonna have to fork up a lot more than a measly $15,000. That document wasn't about what I'm giving her. It was about what she owes me. Wait, what? You're misunderstanding the situation entirely. That document isn't a settlement in her favor. It's a legal demand for breach of contract, as outlined in the prenuptial agreement. Hold on. Are you saying she's the one paying you? That's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, well, that doesn't make sense. You're the one who's the big shot doctor, right? You're the one with all the money. She's starting over from scratch. That kind of imbalance usually triggers support payments, not penalties. Not when there's a legally binding prenuptial agreement in place, and not when the party initiating the breach, in this case your girlfriend, violated it. Okay, but this has got to be negotiable, right? I mean, you're a reasonable guy. We could work something out. 15 grand feels, I don't know, it feels kind of bitter and resentful, especially with the timing. I'll tell you what, we'll agree to pay you nominal damages of $1. There's no we involved in this process. This isn't a negotiation, it's enforcement. The details of this were set in stone years ago. All right, but just hear me out. You and I both know how this stuff works. Judges don't care about cheating anymore. Everyone's doing it. The system still favors the lower earning spouse. You're a doctor. You're doing fine. 15 grand isn't even a month of your income. Don't you think you should be the bigger person and just, let this go? Once again, you've completely misread me and my motivations. This isn't about the money. As you pointed out yourself, I certainly don't need the money. No, this is about accountability. She signed a contract, she broke it. There are consequences when you break a contract. Man, come on! You don't actually expect her to cough up 15 grand? She doesn't have that much money, you know that! She doesn't exactly have doctor cash, dude! That's her problem, not mine. Huh. I guess since you seem intent on staying with her, that makes it your problem, too. Okay, look, can we be real? This whole prenup thing isn't even enforceable? Like, really enforceable? I'll bet she barely even remembers signing the damn thing. Yeah, that's what it is. I bet the whole thing was forced on her. You pushed it through before the wedding. That kind of stuff doesn't hold up in court, right? It does when it's properly drafted, properly reviewed, and properly notarized, which it was. And just so you're clear, it doesn't matter if she remembers or not. All that matters is that she signed the prenuptial agreement of her own free will. She even initialed the page that has the infidelity clause on it. I can have my lawyer send a copy to you if you don't believe me. Infidelity penalty? That's a real thing? In this case, yes. And since she's already admitted to violating it, in writing, there's not much left to argue. Okay, well, what happens if she just doesn't pay? Then we go to court. That becomes a matter of enforcing a debt, which could turn into wage garnishment or a lien on any asset that she has. A lien? Over an affair? That's nuts! You're actually gonna go that far? Yes, because when someone treats a marriage like it's disposable, they shouldn't be rewarded for it. Okay, but real talk, if she doesn't have the money, she's not going to pay it. So, who do you think she's gonna lean on for help? You? Yeah, and I'm telling you now, I don't have it either. I'm between jobs. I've been freelancing. Things have been tight lately. That sounds like a conversation you and Rihanna need to have. You can't actually expect me to take on her legal mess. I didn't sign any prenup. No, but you are involved. You knew she was married. You knowingly participated in the violation. That opens the door for additional civil action. And yes, that can involve you. No way. You mean you could sue me for this too? Nuh-uh. No way. I don't believe that for 1 second. You can tell yourself that if it helps you sleep, but I think you're forgetting the old lawyer adage. You can always sue somebody.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Why the hell am I supposed to pay you $15,000? You're the one with the mansion and the Lexus and the investment accounts. I'm crashing at a friend's house and eating microwave noodles. You think I can just cut you a check for 15 grand because you're in a bad mood?
This isn't about mood, it's about a legally enforceable contract. You signed it, you violated it. The clause is very clear.
Oh, screw your little contract. I didn't violate anything. I fell in love with someone else. You think people should be punished for that?
No one's being punished for falling in love. You're being held accountable for lying, cheating, and breaching an agreement you signed freely. You don't get to rewrite the terms now just because they stopped working in your favor.
This is total garbage, and you know it. You're just doing this because your pride's hurt. You can't stand the idea that I left you first, so you're weaponizing some dusty contract to get revenge.
If I were after revenge, I'd drag this through court and ruin both of you publicly. What I'm doing is far more generous. A fixed amount, clean break, no press, no courtroom. You're welcome.
Generous? You call this generous? You're literally demanding money from the woman you married. You said vows, Michael. You wore the damn tux and smiled through the photos. And now you're acting like this was a business deal from the beginning.
I didn't turn our marriage into a transaction. You did that when you brought a third party into it.
Unbelievable. You know what? Fine. Keep your 15 grand. Because I'll be walking away with way more than that once the divorce is finalized. I know my rights. I know how marital property works. Half of everything you own is now mine. That's the law. I'll take the $15,000 hit. The money I'll get from you will more than make up for it.
No, it won't. Read the prenup again. You waived claim to my premarital assets. You waived spousal support unless the marriage lasted 10 years, and it didn't. And you specifically agreed to the infidelity clause, which voids any claim to community equity if you cheat.
That's not enforceable. No judge is going to back that up.
Actually, they will. It's already been reviewed and validated. You had legal counsel when you signed it, Rihanna. Trying to backpedal now isn't gonna change anything.
This is so typical. You spend all your time at work and none of it with me, and suddenly I'm the villain for moving on.
You didn't move on. You moved around behind my back and into someone else's bed while still living under my roof. That's not forward motion, that's deception, and it comes with a price tag. Pay up, Rihanna, or else.
But how am I supposed to come up with $15,000? I don't have that kind of money. I'm unemployed, in case you forgot.
Then find a job, or ask Sean to cover it. After all, he helped you get into this mess, but you're not getting out of it without paying what you owe.
You are such a jerk, Michael.
And you're blocked. From now on, all communication goes through my attorney. I didn't have to chase revenge. People like Rihanna and Sean do the damage for you. After the documents were served, everything started unraveling. Rihanna tried to bluff her way through court, but the prenup held. She owes me 15 grand she doesn't have, and her attempts to dodge it only made things worse. Now she's facing wage garnishment. Sean? He panicked the second he realized he might be on the hook too. Turns out freelancing doesn't pay enough to cover someone else's mess. They're not living the dream. They're living in a cramped apartment with bills stacking up and job offers vanishing the minute someone Googles their names. I've heard the arguments carry through the thin walls. And me? I'm doing just fine. I go to work, I come home, I sleep well. No more lies, no more apologies, no more pretending everything's fine when it isn't. I didn't burn their life down. They lit the match themselves. All I did was stand back and let it fall.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.